Now, though, Tazza, it's just me and you. You've got the time to shine. This is a growing segment from you. The feedback has been terrific. The feedback has been enormous. People love Professor Tazza. It's time for Tazza Stats of the Round.
All right, students. Pay attention.
Settle down.
All right. So we're going to continue bashing Geelong just for a little bit. As we've just seen, Josh did take one of my stats, so I'm down a little bit, but I've got plenty of good ones for you. So you need not worry.
I'm not.
So VFL, AFL teams on a winning streak of 16 plus games to then lose 3 straight games. It's happened twice.
Wow.
You know the last one?
No, I don't.
It was last year. It was
Really?
Melbourne.
Really?
Yes, and it's happened twice ever. And it's happened twice in the last 2 years.
That's unbelievable. So this was Melbourne going out in straight sets in the finals? Is that what we're
So
talking
this
about?
was Melbourne coming through the grand final and then losing, going on a run and then losing.
They went 10-0. Right. Yeah.
Yes.
Of course, how can I forget? Steve made the call. They were going undefeated.
Absolutely. So, yeah, just crazy that. I went back through the fixtures, or not fixtures, but I kind of thought it may have been sort of limited seasons back in the day. But, I mean, there was plenty games for that to happen, and this does count over seasons. Between seasons. So, yeah, crazy that that's only happened twice, and twice in the last 2 years. Moving on.
Good stat. I like it. Good start from you with a new ball. Very good.
VFL, AFL seasons where the last team without a win was the reigning premiers. Last time, obviously before Geelong, was 1959. It was Collingwood.
Wow.
So they're breaking all sorts of records. It's a fall from grace, but yeah.
64 years ago.
It's one that I think will be, yeah, absolutely, yeah. It's a long, long time ago. This is, I wouldn't say it's unprecedented, but for most of us in our lifetimes, it's absolutely unprecedented. Most VFL, AFL games kicking multiple goals. Bonnie Franklin has just equaled the record for this. 256 games kicking multiple goals.
256?
Absolutely. He equals the great Gordon Coventry at 256.
How many games has he actually played? That's a good one for the chat. That's a good one for the chat. Have a look at that. We'd love to see that because, yeah, I mean, he's over 300. So I'd say he's pretty much batting at 80%. You'd have to think.
Would it be 330 something? Is that? I absolutely can't even. I couldn't. That's a ballpark guess for me. I wouldn't know exactly.
We'll wait for it to come in the comments.
Yeah, but 256. I mean, the names that are in there. I mean, Coventry, Matthews, Lockett, Wade. These are all the big boys. Dunstall, Bartlett, Ablett Senior, Hawkins. There are some huge names in there, and he's at the tippy top. We got anything coming through yet?
We got lots coming through. Cobloaf is very happy with your performance first up. Good areas.
Cheers, Cobloaf.
Couple of comments about the Cats. Just rolling back to our previous segment. Captain LF would love to see the Cats finish last. That'd be good, but the problem is they get the number one pick, and we don't want that. That's the last thing we want to see.
Yeah. All right. Well, for now, we'll move on. All right. Most contested possessions after 150 career games. Clayton Oliver, the contested beast, has the record. After 149 games, is 2,331 contested possessions.
That's some big numbers.
He is just... there's no one like him. Just the way he gets in and under, it's quite unreal. Patrick Cripps sits at number 2. It's 2,191, which puts him 140 behind, which is a sizable chunk.
Yeah,
I think
absolutely it is. I mean, Oliver is an absolute beast. I think he's doing all the right things to put himself in contention for a Brownlow this year. But got to be said, just has a real punchable face. I don't know what it is. There's something about him.
The haircut. Oh, I mean, as if the face wasn't punchable enough, the haircut makes it even more punchable. So, yeah, absolutely. I agree with you there. 100%. It's awful. But can play footy.
He definitely can. Lenny Hayes is the comment from Cobloaf. Yeah, definitely a contested beast, but he's not the number one. It's definitely Clayton Oliver. And Lenza First time appearance on the live stream. Good to have you on board, mate. Nice to see you around. A long time subscriber to the channel.
All right, moving on. What do we got? All right, this is a strange one. I mean, the Saints aren't exactly a box office team. So
What do you mean? What are you talking about? 3-0. Ross the Boss. This is a Hollywood lineup. Eric Banner was there on the weekend.
This is also a team that hasn't won a premiership for about 50 years. So people have kind of lost the faith.
Settle that. No need to open some wounds for our Saints fans in the chat here.
All right. The biggest home and away crowds for a VFL AFL match with St Kilda as the home team. So their game, played at the MCG against Essendon, registered as the third highest home attendance that the Saints have ever had.
Okay.
69,255 was roughly about 3,500 behind their highest ever, at just a tick under 73,000, which I thought was quite interesting.
Did they do the 73s when it was like that sort of 2008, 2009 era? Is that what those numbers?
No. So their 72,669 was done in 1978.
Wow.
And the second highest was done in 98.
That's really interesting.
This is their biggest for quite a while. You're going back, yeah. So the one under that's 90. And then you've got your 2010, 2013, when they were in their most recent heyday, we'll call it.
Yeah. That's a good stat, though, and that's really good for Saints fans. I mean, turning up on what was a big night for the club, the 150th anniversary, all the stars coming out, and good that they backed it up on the footy field as well. It was a big night for the Saints.
Absolutely. Saw a glimpse of Tony Lockett, who don't see much of these days, so it was good to see the great man out and about.
Speaking of stats with Plugger, I mean, he'd have to be 50% body weight. He looked absolutely thin.
Yeah, he's
shredded.
I was going to say he's been on the shred for a few years, I think. Like I said, we don't see much of him, but he's definitely been hit the treadmill a bit, I think.
Yeah, we like that from Plugger. Good areas.
All right, I've got one more to finish this off. So go back to Sunday Arvo, the Derby. We saw the Eagles. It was chaos. They were dropping like flies. It was quite unreal. I haven't seen anything like it. But unfortunately for the Eagles, it was all good players. But yeah, it really sucks for them. But the Eagles made only 17 rotations in the second half in that game. It's the lowest number for any half of football in a full-length match since 2009.
Wow.
That's just shows you the gravity of the situation that they were in. They were out on their feet, and it showed. But
as an Eagles fan, I was pretty impressed with the effort. I'm not going to lie. Couldn't ask for much more from the boys. And I did read a quote, I think, from Simo, and he said he went down on the sidelines to try and give the boys a bit of a rev up, and then he realised there was no one on the bench to give
I saw this.
Up.
Absolutely, and he's just thinking, oh, what have I got? I got nothing to work with.
Yeah.
Credit to the boys. I mean, they hung in, and they fought to the end. They were no match in that last quarter. It would have taken a miracle to win that, but they'll walk away with their heads held high. Absolutely.
Yeah. Might be a few issues for the Eagles to come in the coming weeks with another injury crisis following last year. Nice work, Tazza. This segment, you just keep getting better and better. I think you're really starting to hit your stride. Very, very impressive. A couple of comments as well from the chat. Tawaj is looking for the stat on how fast Michael... is it Michael Frederick? I can't remember which Frederick it is, but how fast was Freddie's backflip in the Derby? It was impressive. It was good height, very good height on that.
It was, yeah. He's got springs for legs, that bloke. He is an absolute athlete.